Hello from today I will be playing a bit more of Deadguy Ale. This is officially not Deadguy Ale because the person who created it well, he didn't want to call it that because he made a few changes. But yeah, it's gonna be easier for me to classify this under like the Deadguy Ale umbrella. Like the biggest changes, like he does not include Dark Confidant, but he does have stuff like Mirror Crusader and Jared's Verdict, and I like Quadruple Vindicate. So there are clearly differences with traditional Deadguy Ale. And this guy, he was like he was playing for the win on Eternal Weekend. So if he would have won his last match, he would have made top 8. And I also made a 5-0 with this deck last week. Like it didn't get published, but yeah, it's still a very strong deck. I'm gonna keep this. Here on the play, turn 1 Death Right, turn 2 Vindicate their thing. Seems reasonable. Because I'm not weak to wasteland, I could have fetched a Bayou here to make him think I have some kind of a Bayou deck. I think that's not worth it. Like, I might just probably want these for basic planes at some point. Okay. Opponent's gonna know everything. If they're on Storm, this hand is gonna be kind of weak. Like, they might just not fetch and then, like, Vindicate doesn't do anything, and STP neither. But then again, if they're on Storm, I probably want to keep open Death Right to, like, to cut off Past in Flames as a win condition next turn. Probably gonna bolt my DRS. Yeah. Okay, so I guess it's Grixis Delver. I'm having enough mana to do most of my stuff. Like, I don't have the 4th mana for Kaya, but I think they're more likely to be mana screwed than I am. Like, if they play a Delver or Death Right here, I can just plow it, and then like I can Vindicate some stuff. Of course, now it would suck if we never draw the 4th mana for Kaya, but we have a few turns to do that. Oh, that's good. Definitely want to fetch a basic here. And I don't think I want to play around Days here. It's probably very greedy. Oh, they force it? Okay. And they did have the Stifle. That was one of the reasons I really wanted to fetch this turn. Even if I didn't draw the Stoneforge, I was going to fetch the basic planes while they were tapped out. Because yeah, many of these Grixis decks they either play Therapy or Stifle, and you want to play around Stifle until you know which version they're on. Them not having Days means this Vindicate on the land becomes a bit more attractive. Because Vindicate land against Days is of course just ooh. I think I'm just gonna jam the Liliana here. They could have pondered into a Daze, or they could have pondered into another Force of Will. This seems like the best window for me to oh, okay. It seemed like past tense the best window to resolve this Liliana. I guess I upkeep fetch, and then they still upkeep stifle me. That's life. Yeah, I could have waited until they played something in their own turn, but at least the double plow is going to be really good here. Except against that guy. this is kind of not good enough here. They're gonna force it? What the hell? They just lose a life without a reason. Maybe they thought it's Get's verdict and they have to sacrifice a creature. Yeah, now we need both a black mana source and a Liliana of the Veil, so... Okay, we need double Liliana of the Veil. Let's start by fetching a basic here. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to cast Mirror Crusader, but I think, even though I can Vindicate his Wasteland here, I probably just want to Vindicate his Underground Sea. That cuts off more of his options, like Gurmag Angler. Actually, I don't care about Gurmag Angler, but whatever. Like, there is no way I'm surviving this anyway. At least this could draw me a card, if it resolves. Yeah, I think I prefer that to gaining 2 life, because if I go to 10, I'm still dead in 2 attacks. So it doesn't change the clock. Though it does change the clock if I would have drawn a Liliana this turn, like next turn, but... And now they probably need to kill this anyway, so I go down to 5. Then if I draw Liliana, I can kill 1, I go down to 2. Yeah, I can top deck double Liliana here, if they attack the Kea. If they attack me, I think double Liliana is not enough. Waste me, sure. Okay, that's Liliana number 1. So that means I need to kill 1 and I need to drain here. So they sacrifice. I need to go up some life. This fetchland is still basically dead if they attack me, so I'm not gonna play it. Maybe I wanna discard it to Liliana of the Veil in the future. And they do attack me. Sure. If I draw a creature and I can plow it, okay, never mind. I'm dead. That's a pity. I felt like I would have potentially have had a chance, like I would have been able to draw 2 more cards. Nope. Okay, I wouldn't have won this. True name is too good. Here comes the Luge, Flashback, this guy, Damnation, maybe Sorin, I don't think so, maybe Jitte. Recipe seems reasonable against Angler and Deathrite, but I think if they also play True Names, that's not way to go. And I probably, usually I just got a bunch of these cards in this spell, in this matchup. Just like more things that affect the board and kill their True Names. Like if the Jared's Verdicts after the True Name resolved had been one of these cards, yeah, we would probably have been fine. And maybe wastelanding them turn 2 was a bit too greedy, as I struggle a little bit with mana here, especially due to the Stifle and like getting wastelanded myself. But yeah, then again, if I didn't waste them, maybe they would have dropped True Name a turn earlier anyway. So then, like, the result was the same. Like just accepting 2 plows here in hand. While you face a True Name. Yes, we'd like to play first. This hand is very good. I mean, it doesn't have a spot removal spell, but definitely starting off with Deathrite. The next turn I can Thoughtseize them and drain with Deathrite, for example. They did have 6. So either they have a Daze or no counter spells. Bolt my thing. Okay, the next turn I Thoughtseize. Then I probably want to fetch the basic planes already here. So in case we get stifled on our next turn, at least I'll already have like a 1 white source. Let's make sure I select the right one. I did not see my hand, so Pithing Needle isn't gonna do a whole lot yet. But if I drop this Sword of Fire and Ice, yeah, Ancient Grudge actually deals with the sword as well. Yeah, I think I need to take one of the cantrips because they only have 1 land. So if I take the Ponder, they could miss on their Brainstorm. The Brainstorm could make them locked. Like Ponder could just shuffle them if they don't have a land on the top. The opponent actually they bottom the card, so they know it's not a. Now, if they topped the card after scrying, after the mulligan, they would probably have left land on top. Yeah, if they bottom, that's very good for us. Like, I mean, I think they're more likely to find a land than not. But yeah, there's still a chance they just lose the game here. Yeah, I could get Stifle Dazed here, but I'm not gonna play around it. Gonna get myself probably Better Skull. Or Jita deals with Pyromancer and Sword does as well. They have Better Skull seems mediocre against Better Skull seems mediocre against Ancient Grudge. I'm not gonna fetch here because I maybe want a Scrubland. But until I know whether I want a Scrubland or not, I don't want to play into a Wasteland. Yeah, because of the Castle's Judgment. Like, I'll need both double black and double white at some point. See, Pyromancer, sure. They didn't play Pithing Needle. Yeah, I think I need to get a swamp here because of the wasteland. And I also think I need to play into a counterspell here, because if they untap, they can grudge the GT, so I want to use it just to kill the Pyromancer if possible. Oh, okay. Too bad. Okay, they kind of got us. Maybe they shuffled away the... No, maybe they put away the Pithing Needle. At least they daze this now, so they can't daze my Damnation next turn, if I decide to go for it. Oh, I'm really happy about this, because it makes my Damnation even better. I mean, I don't need to kill my own creature with Damnation then. They have Ancient Grudge and a Pithing Needle in hand. Which means they should not, like they didn't shuffle after the Brainstorm, so this Damnation should be able to hit. Ooh, opponent ponders. If they don't make a land drop, I probably vindicate the red, so they can't Ancient Grudge me. Did not shuffle. I think I start with the Vindicate here. Could play Liliana, but basically I don't want to discard any of my cards and they have a Pithing Needle. Hello? Ja? Okay, so just need to take this phone call. So, either I want to Vindicate the Wasteland so I can play the Scrubland, which doesn't seem great. I can Vindicate the Pithing Needle and plus my Liliana, but there isn't a whole lot I want to discard. I think I'll leave the Pithing Needle for now, probably Vindicate land, and maybe keep this in hand. Probably want to keep this until they play a True Name, or until they play something I want to Council's Judgment. I mean, Liliana is kind of strong here because they're probably not going to have two creatures on the board ever with like these few cards in hand. So if I kill the Pithing Needle, I plus Liliana, I probably discard Council's Judgment. Then I'm kind of dead to another Pithing Needle. I think I'm just going to play out the sword here. And do nothing. Like, they could play a discard spell on me here. Yeah, at least this keeps my options open. Yeah, like now I can kill the Volcanic Island, for example. Vindicate their Volcanic. They're gonna Ancient Grudge this in response, but that's fine. I guess, or maybe the Jitte. Yeah, it's definitely better taking them off a Color of Land here than it is to Vindicate the Underground Sea or the Wasteland. They probe me, so they know what's going on. Ooh, Mirror Crusader seems good. Like, they can bolt it, theoretically. But, like, it seems good against Gurmak Angler and stuff. And with the sort of Fire and Ice equipped to it, it's just too much. This deals 12 damage a turn, I think. Yeah, it's gonna become 4/4 double strike, so 8 damage plus 2 Sword of Fire and Ice triggers. Draw, like, it's gonna be 12 damage, draw 2 cards next turn. Hopefully. Okay. Opponent doesn't want to find out. Yeah, I think I keep it the way it was. Seems like we don't really have a lot of dead cards anymore. This hand is tricky. We can plow their thing and we can take away a card, but we don't have enough. I think I'm going to keep this and just hope to draw land. I think we do play more land here than average, right? Yeah, 22 lands. I think being on the draw, it's not unlikely to draw one here. So I'm gonna lead with fetch a basic and Thoughtseize them, which should buy us some time. Okay, that's clearly what I needed. I wouldn't mind drawing a Marsh Flats actually, or any white, like basic plains fetch land. Because I don't like my only white source being wastable. They pondered and did not shuffle. So they could have a land on top, probably. These days looks like it's going to be very annoying because I have a lot of 3-drops. But Spell Pierce also deals with both of these cards, like all of these cards, like more efficiently than the days. I think I still take the days. At least for Spell Pierce they need to keep open mana. And like they did have land, they're gonna Pyromancer double probe. Yeah, we're gonna need to draw a Toxic Deluge or oh, they're not gonna probe. That's very interesting. Maybe they have a force? No, actually they don't. I know the exact content of their hand. And they don't know the content of my hand. So like, it's not that they knew they were playing around something. Or maybe they knew the first one was gonna die and they wanted to use the probes for the second one. That doesn't make sense because I was not gonna be able to Toxic Deluge them here. Okay, so double probe, probably find a land to keep open Spell Pierce. So maybe I should have taken the Spell Pierce. Because now they're gonna be able to... Yeah, I think I just jam something into the Spell Pierce here. Probably Liliana. Liliana is probably the worst card right now. Actually, whoa, I fetched the basic planes. Yeah, never mind, I'm dumb. Just gonna vindicate their Pyromancer then. Flusterstorm. Okay, that's kind of bad, because it means they can still keep open Spell Pierce next turn. So if I had taken the days, if I had taken a Spell Pierce instead of days, I could play around days next turn. Or I could stop deck a Toxic Deluge around days. So yeah, I definitely should have taken the Spell Pierce here. Therapy me, hooray. That means they probably didn't live in the stifles, right? I think they usually, if they bring a therapy, usually they cut the stifles, I think. Yeah, I'm not going to win this with the Spell Pierce up. Like, I mean, I could draw a Deluge and survive until I can play it around the Spell Pierce. Nope, not going to happen. Okay, yeah, I lost the game here. Unless they tap out, which they would be stupid to do. I'm not gonna play around Stifle here. I don't care. Like, I would probably still be dead to a Daze here because of the Wasteland. Because I'm going down to 3, and like any top deck bolt would win them the game. You never know if they misclick or forget to cast it. Okay, we could theoretically have won this game, I guess, but just aligned badly and made wrong choice about Daze versus Spell Pierce. Or I was just unlucky they drew the Flusterstorm. Now, if we had been on the play, maybe we would also have been, yeah, a bit more ahead. I'm still surprised why he didn't probe with the first Pyromancer. Like, we were far away from casting sweepers at only 1 mana. Like, untap, play a second mana. So I don't think he would, like, we would be able to punish him for it. Yeah, I'm afraid I have to mulligan this. Like, if it had the second colored source, at least I would have been able to cast this and this. But yeah, I think on the play, ooh, this is rough. I think on the play I couldn't rely on drawing the mana source. Like, if it was on the draw, it could have been okay. Because you draw a card first. I'm gonna bottom that. I'm gonna start with Swamp here, so I can play him next turn. Or Stoneforge, depending on what our opponent seems to be doing. Flood Strand usually doesn't mean him in the Turok decks, although it could. So, oh, it's so yeah, I didn't want to play out the Scrubland yet in case there would be a Wasteland deck. Like, we're less likely to get the Scrubland hymned from our hand than get it Wastelanded. Ooh, they are gonna be ahead on Stoneforge. Getting Chite, which seems good against us. So yeah, they're gonna get Chite counters first, I think, unless they miss on land drops. Oh, actually I don't have a Chite main deck. That kind of sucks. This is a matchup where having the Chite is really important. Also, the Fire and Ice also pumps my creatures reasonably. Getting basic. So if they have the Chite, I could double block the Stoneforge. It dies. Maybe I need to triple block to play around the single plow. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep everything back here. Ooh, Better Skull. It's kind of okay, I guess, because this means I can next turn, if they don't have a plow, I can put sort of Fire and Ice under this spirit. Flicker Wisp, Bounce, Spirit, sure. Oh, drew better skill, you say. Put in Sword of Fire and Ice. This is gonna make the Spirit a bit immune to getting Jitte counter killed. Although I actually can just block it with the Flicker Wisp. Maybe he has to block it with the Flicker Wisp if he's smart. Yeah, okay. Now he's gonna play a land, equip something to his, equip the Jitte to his germ. Then I'm probably done. Oh, equip it to the Stonefort. Ooh, I can plow. What do I want to plow here? I cannot equip the sword. Definitely don't want him. I think I start with plowing. Actually, no, I need to plow in combat. Otherwise, he can re-equip to the germ and get more counters. So I think I want to flashback Lingering Souls. Yeah, he's gonna kill something, but I can equip it to the other thing. Do I want to waste his wasteland? Or his Caracas? Probably not. Because this still gives me the option of viling in a better skull. Here. Maybe I should have wastelanded, but I don't think I want to do that yet. I might need to double equip the sword next turn. Or something, whatever. Revoker. Sure. Probably gonna name Sword of Fire and Ice. I still need to plow the Stoneforge though. Because if he gets 2 more counters, I think I'm done. Name Stoneforge Mystic. That's interesting. Maybe he... Does he know I drew the better skull? No, he has not seen my hand. Maybe he was just afraid of me filing in a better skull, but it wouldn't be able to kill anything. That's a strange play. I guess I want to deal with his wasteland first, not his Caracas. Kind of sucks if he draws a Talia, but... yeah, I thought this is gonna be bad, so I probably want to tap the 2 black sources. Oh, actually he still has the Jitte, of course, yeah. Never mind, probably die. Yeah, because now I can't re-equip due to his wasteland. Now it makes more sense. If I've drawn another land, it didn't actually matter either. Want, Damnation, Council's Judgment, definitely Jitte, probably Containment Priest. It kind of makes my creatures weak to his Flicker Wisps, but it also makes him, like his Vile, worse. Probably want to do the same here, like cut on the... I'm not sure about these two. Maybe Sorin is a bit too slow, but it makes flying tokens. Liliana of the Veil, not the best either. Maybe I don't want... Maybe I want to get one more discard spell here. probably Flashback Marauder is not it's not so great here. I mean, kills a creature, but that's all. Yeah, this is kind of weak to a wasteland, like on my white source, but I think I'll keep. I don't need to play this Containment Priest immediately. Maybe I should have put in the Flashback Marauder instead of like one Liliana. At least Liliana sticks around, the Flashback kills itself, but Flashback Marauder you can rebuy with Liliana at Last Hope. So I could have made it a good value play. Ooh, I don't have an answer to Mother of Runes yet. He does have a wasteland, which is annoying. Maybe I should have taken the Stoneforge Mystic, because Liliana can deal with Mother of Runes. But then again, like with this Rishadan port, maybe I'm not going to be able to cast. I think I main phase my Containment Priest here, because otherwise he could get a counter and he could still file in the Mother of Runes in response to my end of turn Containment Priest. So I don't think I want to keep it as a surprise. Wasteland me. The opponent is now going to get a Stoneforge Mystic here, which is going to be really problematic because mine is still here. But at least if he plays a Stoneforge, he can't port me, so I can Liliana kill it. Oh, he does not. Maybe he doesn't understand the Etherfile interaction there. Maybe he doesn't know Containment Priest stops Etherfile. Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe people just don't make sense sometimes. Stoneforge. Get the Jite, makes sense. Really need the basic planes here. Maybe I should up the amount of white fetch lands over black fetch lands, because I already play 4 basic swamps and only 1 basic plains, so you're more likely to naturally draw. To naturally draw your swamps, so you need to fetch the basic plains more often than. This here is tricky. If I plus my Liliana and I Thought Seize, I need to discard one of these. Probably can ditch the Vindicate, right? But the question is whether Vindicate is more important or taking one more card out of his hand. Like he has his Sanctum Prelate on 2, so it means he can't play the Jite. So he's probably gonna discard it to the Prelate, I guess. No, he does not. And Thought Seize him. Take Orzhov Pontiff, I suppose. Yeah, I guess, except if I draw Wasteland, I don't really need. Except if I draw Batterskull, I mean, I'm probably not gonna need the mana of this Wasteland. And here I'm definitely blocking. Oh, okay, that's a big blowout. go and get me scrubland. Here, if I get a cheetah, I can't play it now, so I need next turn to file it in. And then I need another turn to equip it. But I think it's still my best chance at winning. Like, he only has the cheetah in hand, so it's not like he's gonna do anything, except if he draws a plow. Then I'm gonna be screwed here. Mother of Runes, okay. That's gonna be very annoying. Because I'm probably never gonna get cheetah counters. Yeah, the double white on the Mirror Crusader is also a reason to maybe include, like, maybe switch one of these black fetch lands to a Windswept Heath. Okay, this is good. Yeah, I think I want to equip the Stoneforge here. Because then he has a bit more reason to plow the Stoneforge, which of course I prefer the Stoneforge dying. Waste me, sure. Let's see, attacking doesn't achieve anything, because he's gonna give protection. I could attack and then I could get in 4 damage with this Mirror Crusader maybe, but then he kills my Stoneforge, I don't get GT. I don't think I want to make that trade yet. I just need to draw something like a Vindicate for the Stoneforge, for the Mother. Then he could give it protection, but then at least we'll have gotten rid of one. I think now Toxic Deluge for 1 is probably the best. Yeah, beating double active Mother of Runes is gonna be really... It's gonna shut off a lot of our plays. Exile their plow. Oh, he plays a vial. I thought he was activating it. Sure, I do not mind that. Exile whatever. Exile whatever. Just need to find something like Lingering Souls so we can fly over. Yeah, Sword of Iron-Eyes isn't gonna do anything here. So I probably want to end of turn file in this Batter Skull. At least he's gonna make blocking really awkward for him. Unfortunately, I only have one instant to exile, one sorcery only to exile anymore, so I can't drain him to death with the Death Right. Getting a scrubland. Exile. Vindicate. So here he could do some tricks with filing in Flicker Wisp. The question is, how safe is it to attack here? Probably safe enough. I need to do something here, right? So I'm gonna attack with... Actually, you can block both of these. Can he kill me if I attack with everything? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 if it's a Flicker Wisp, 7, I know, 8. Probably not. Like, the potential for a blowout is big, but... Well, actually, I do still have the germ token, so... So he needs to block the germ, he needs to block the Mirror Crusader, and the Stoneforge. He can only protect 2 of them, so he's gonna take 3 here. And I'm probably gonna lose a lot of creatures, but this is gonna get pro-white. And this is gonna get pro-white. So basically, I sacrificed 2 creatures, but I dealt 3 damage. I guess I'm gonna re-equip this here, just in case. Yeah, maybe I was really happy he couldn't file in anything, because that would probably... That could have cost me a lot of creatures, but... Our guard... Yeah, we probably would have won this. So... Fleshbag... Does kill Mother of Runes somehow? At least it would have gotten us out of the situation there. But I don't want to cut anything here, right? Like, the Lingering Souls is really important to go into the air. I'd like to take the battle in the air. Thoughtseize still seems reasonable. Like, it still takes most of their things. Liliana didn't do a whole lot in this match, but I don't think I can cut her. Like, it's another sacrifice effect. The Containment Priest was kind of meh, I think. They shut down their files, but I think one of them is probably fine. Like, it clearly does not win us the game, it might just randomly get them. But having a sacrifice effect seems better. Okay, we have a basic plains for plow and Containment Priest. Yeah, I think we keep this. Like, on the draw, we're kind of likely to draw more creatures. Oh, I mean more lands, I meant. Just gonna fetch a basic here. Thalia, you say, okay. Means I'm probably not gonna drop the containment, not gonna plow the Thalia yet. Probably wanna wait for them to activate file and put in the Containment Priest. Can still end of turn plow the Thalia, because at least they're not gonna play a Mother of Runes here with the Ether Vial. Recruiter. Sure. get Stoneforge, I guess. That's like the best creature in this matchup. Need to power the Thalia to be able to play any of these other creatures. If he's smart, he files in the Stoneforge here to play around my Containment Priest, and here I want to keep open the Priest, just to prevent him from getting Stoneforge. And opponent chooses not to use it wisely. No, okay, that's unfortunate. Also, one of the reasons why Containment Priest just is not so awesome in this match. So, if I tap the Wasteland, he's probably gonna waste it, and I can't play my Damnation next turn. Like, I mean, I want to play Damnation maybe as soon as he has a Stoneforge online, but I think I'm just gonna fetch. Like, I can't play the Mirror Crusader this way, but still seems better to Liliana here. Oh, is he gonna Revoker me? Okay, that's not bad. Then again, like all these cards will be weak to Revoker as well. Okay, he's still gonna kill the Liliana, which is smart. Because otherwise, if after a Damnation, I could still use the Liliana there. Play a file, sure. Huh. Let's see, if I play the Sorin, I basically just create a token to block something. He's gonna file in the Stoneforge for sure, so I'm gonna want to Damnation next turn. So the question is, does this Sorin achieve anything? Like, it's gonna go down to 2, they're gonna kill it. Okay, I'm gonna have a token to block something. No, I think playing the sword here is gonna be the best. Like, this Wasteland could still do some damage here, preventing me from getting to 4 mana. Yeah, if they get a Jita here and they want to play Jita and equip, they can't use the Wasteland. So I hope they draw the. I hope they do have the lands to play and equip the Jita. Because if they don't draw the land, maybe they still waste me. Ooh, they don't. Are they gonna? Oh. They could have Flicker Wisp and save some of their creatures, but then they still trade the Flicker Wisp for another creature. And they can still end of turn file in something and equip the Jita, so definitely not safe here. So basically anything I have here would die to the Jita. So I would need, yeah. I need to draw something that's bigger. I guess Stoneforge getting out my Batter Skull, at least it's gonna make them, force them to use the jitter counters. Until I draw like a Vindicate or something. Ooh, Plow. Okay, this is gonna be a beating. Like, I think Toxic Deluge is not gonna do it anymore, because they're gonna be able to buff the Pontiff for a lot. And they're gonna be able to block any... I mean, they're gonna be able to kill any blocker. Let's see, I play Stoneforge, have no targets to get. They remove 2 to kill it. They can pump this to 4, this to 4, yeah. GG. Like, even a removal spell wouldn't have done it. Because, like, they could still yeah, re-equip the... Even a single removal, they would just re-equip the GT. And they would still kill me in 2 turns. So I would need to draw Plow into Plow or something. Which I did not, so... I don't think I made mistakes there, so... Just the power of File against stuff like Damnation. It's very clear there. Third match. Yes, we'd like to play first. Mulligan. Not great, but I think mulliganing even more is worse. I'm just gonna use my Scries. Here we're gonna play the Wasteland, because Bloodstained Mire gives away more information, and if I top deck something like a Hymn to Turak, which would want a double colored mana source, I wouldn't be able to play it anyway because I don't have a second black yet. Only Gerard's Verdict, I think. No, not Gerard's Verdict. Gerard's... Yeah, Gerard's Verdict would punish me for this. So maybe it was the wrong choice, but... At least opponent is still gonna think I'm on Death and Taxes. Which might be beneficial if he's like on Show and Tell. Maybe he's gonna be afraid to use Show and Tell and he wants to use Sneak Attack or something, which could buy us a turn. Misty Rainforest, okay. Could be Miracles or Storm as well. This, I'm still guessing Sneaky Show for some reason. Nope. That's wrong. If I fetch a basic swamp here, I'm not going to be able to play the Mirror Crusader. But yeah, I don't get wasted if I'm already behind on cards due to Mulligan. So I think I just want to chain a few Vindicates here. And I can't afford to play around Days at this point. So I think I'm just gonna hope he doesn't have it. Okay, he does not have it, but he does have the force. I could also have fetched a swamp. I could also have fetched... Actually, no, I couldn't because I have the basic planes. No, I thought I fetched the planes. Like, I could have fetched a scrubland for the him, but that does not matter. Yeah, we're not winning this game. I don't think I have main deck sweepers, so... Main Crusader would be an okay blocker here, but they're probably gonna find a bolt with all these cantrips anyway, so... Therapy me, they did already... No, they did not probe. So they're probably only gonna be able to take one card. Yeah, okay. Only gonna take one card, at least. But if they take the Vindicate, I have nothing that I can actually cast. Unless I draw land. Kind of strange they named Dark Confidant here, because Dark Confidant does nothing in this situation. They should have named Toxic Deluge or something, just because that's the card they would lose to if I have it. Or like any other board wipe, like Wrath of God even, or whatever. He's gonna name Vindicate. Okay, so that means he does not have a daze, I guess. At least we're gonna get some information about his deck here. Although it's basically just Grixis with maybe not Delvers, because they play Basic Island and Preordain, which is maybe a more controlling version. Yeah, and I think there is no cards in the game in my deck that can win me this game still. I'm just playing for information. Because like, if they have a bolt, I'm dead next turn. Then otherwise in one more turn. So even a plow on the young Pyromancer wouldn't really achieve anything. Since I'm dead anyway, just gonna Thoughtseize, see what the last card is. Okay, sure. I'm gonna assume, even though it's not, even though I think it's more like a controlling version with Pyromancer, I'm probably gonna board the same as I would against Grixis Delver. Just more removal spells instead of discard spells. At least we're not so dead if they play like control version with Jaces and stuff, because Vindicate, like with Vindicate in the main deck, Jace is not as big of a problem. As with more traditional Deadguy Ale. Yes, would like to play first. This seems reasonable. I mean, it has death right, that's why it's reasonable. And it deals with Young Pyromancer or True Name. I think I'm just gonna vindicate his land, because that's fun. I'm gonna make a red mana here. Maybe he thinks I'm playing red spells in my deck, and then could have spell pierce up or something. I could see keeping this for something more important, but whatever. Yeah, this is just gonna put him behind on stuff he's gonna be able to cast for a while. I'm gonna assume they're not a deck with dazes. I'm gonna play my Sorin into potential daze here, as in I don't think he has it. So I might as well play it now before he can have stuff like Spell Pierce up. He fetches, which means I can equip the Sword of Fire and Ice to my Vampire token if I draw a land. Gonna get probed, sure. Okay. I think I'll lead with the Deluge before I do anything, before I play the Thoughtseize, because he could still have, no, actually he could have a Force. Yeah, I think I need to Thoughtseize first. Then I probably need to take the Pyromancer so he can't recover from the Deluge. Therapy is gonna take one card, but I think that's okay in this state here. Gonna exile the Misty for a black. Play Deluge for 1. Yeah, by the way, this is until my next turn. So that means you can also use it to give blockers lifelink and +1, +0. Which could be relevant if you're facing an aggressive deck. Makes them very hard for them to attack. So opponent is having these. If I were them, I'd probably therapy away the Sword of Fire and Ice here. Because Judgment's only 1 for 1, but this is gonna make it very hard for them to use removal spells. And also it will draw me more cards, kill their creatures. Here I'm gonna have to make a decision. I could use Death Rights to exile, which drains 2, or I could use it for attacking, which attacks for 2, but it also gains me a life. I think they're probably on Snapcaster, but they have a lot of targets for Snapcaster. Therapy doesn't do a whole lot here either. You could Snapcaster Probe and then sacrifice it to Therapy or something like that. I think actually neither of these do anything on instant speed. Yeah, I probably need to get this out of bolt range before I make another token. And I think I can't get punished for keeping open Death Right to deal with something end of turn. I guess I'm gonna see painful truths here. Do not. That's interesting. If I exile Therapy here, he could go Brainstorm, Snapcaster, Brainstorm, but that's fine. I don't really care about that. But using the Painful Truth seems kind of strange to me, but of course I don't know the last 2 cards in his hand. Oh, go against command, return Young Pyromancer. That's annoying. Return targets, 2 targets. I don't have a correct mana up, so I'm probably just gonna exile the Ponder. I would have liked to, if I would have drawn a Bayou, it would have been good, but no such thing. It's also going to make it very hard for us to cast these spells. Like otherwise I could, if I really wanted to cast these spells, I could wasteland them and then use Deathrite for additional mana. But yeah, this guy has flying anyway, so they should be dead in 2 if they don't have a removal spell. Pyromancer, sure. I think I lost connection. Which is really annoying, of course. At least I have enough time, and this is game. Could fetch here, bolt my token. Actually, they fetch a black. probably putting away the painful truths at this low life total. So here I think I make another token, just so I'm no longer dead to a removal spell. Like whether I attack for 2 or for 3 is not really relevant. I mean, attacking for 3 means they can't fetch anymore, but I think I prefer having a double creature. Oh, they didn't have a land drop yet, so we could still get bolted here. Let's see, create a vampire token. I could plow his Pyromancer already, but it doesn't matter. Like if he wants to bolt this, he's gonna bolt it anyway. So he's gonna get a token regardless of things. And by plowing, I actually give him one more turn to live. So like now he needs double removal spell. If I plow this guy, he needs only single removal spell this turn. Except cast a call against command on the creature doesn't do it anymore. Probe me, sure. Because if I had drawn a white source, I would have cancelled Judgment at it anyway, but yeah, not giving him life here. Ooh, Kickard Marsh Casualties. That's very painful. I guess he's gonna kill my Sorin. So yeah, I think I probably need to kill this Pyromancer anyway, which really sucks. I could have avoided this by wastelanding him, but yeah, it wasn't very clear that I was gonna need he was gonna need the mana more than me because he had more lands already. You could Snapcaster Marsh Casualties here, like I'm dead to a lot of things now, but oh yes, Snapcaster Marsh Casualties, hooray! Kill my Sorin. Then again, he's still gonna need the solution for my Lingering Souls, so... Ouch. I could have played around it by wastelanding him first main, but yeah, whatever. Okay, our opponent's really turned around the game pretty quickly. I think from this point we are very likely to lose. Like Liliana doesn't really do anything, like this one drop removal spells. Only Mirror Crusader and then him not drawing a bolt would do anything here. Yeah, he's already had so much filtering that it doesn't really matter. Gonna name the Liliana, I suppose. I guess he already knows about it. Or does he? Okay, yeah, he does know Liliana. So he's gonna just trade a 1/1 token for my Crusader, and then I probably lose. Unless I top deck Deluge. Well, I think we started with these 3 lands in the opening hand, right? Maybe only 2, but We didn't draw any lands for like 9 turns or something. It's crazy. In hindsight, I should have plowed the Pyromancer immediately. Like, he would have probably not had all these tokens then, but... Yeah, I could also have kept this plow in case he draws another Pyromancer. But at this point, I just want to slow down his clock. Because... like, he could draw Tombstalker, Gurmak Angler. This looks like Gurmak Angler with Counterspell backup. Yeah, which means I definitely would have liked the plow there. So I'm gonna play around the Counterspell. Like, not only if I draw like a K Ghost Assassin, this could backfire, but yeah. Keeping open the 2 mana, at least he was faking Counterspell if he didn't have it. He was clearly representing the option. Is he gonna play another Angler? Actually, yeah, and he's still representing the Counterspell there, so... Actually, Damnation also punishes us for using the Wasteland. So I think I trade with some of the elemental tokens here, because just preventing damage against the Gurmag is not going to get me very much closer to winning. And at least now if I make 2 more tokens, I can kill the elemental, block the Gurmag, and I can still top deck a sacrifice effect or something. Snapcaster. Okay, or another bolt, sure. Whoa, yeah, just took way too long to draw anything useful, like lands mostly. If he would have been able to play Liliana's out earlier, or then we would also have been able to wasteland him, and he would have been able to kicker the marsh casualties. But yeah, using the wasteland there, if you're stuck at 3 land, just doesn't do a whole lot. Okay, I'll see you for the next video.